You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
I don't think the music ones hit as hard.
No, they don't, but it's so funny.
Hey,
Well,
yeah,
did you want me to do the FNAF jump screen?
That would have been funnier, yeah.
You want to do it again? You want to run it back?
We could.
Yeah, let's run it
Well,
back.
let's do it again.
Yeah, run it back real quick.
I'll include both of them in the episode. Here we go.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, way better. I like the really loud ones for that.
I love democracy.
That was weird. I hit a button and then it didn't
I
play.
did it again. It did the thing that we used to do. We used to do that all the time, me and you. We used to hit the button at the same time, and it would play on one of our computers. We don't know.
Hi,
why.
this is Barry White.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
hey,
you.
Barry, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Barry?
This asshole fuck these words up, man. I mean, he's got words that he don't even need
Gavin's got words? Is he saying too much?
for the first fucking thing.
Does somebody stutter?
Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna cut this shit off.
Barry
Hi,
White.
Barry. Thanks, Barry, for stopping by.
Here we are.
Here we are. The post-Halloween blues.
Yeah.
The day after. First day out.
Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 139.
Yep.
And we're recording this on Wednesday, November 1st. You'll be hearing this on Friday, November 3rd.
Good morning, Gavin.
It's my birthday month. And
Yeah.
I still need to get you yours.
I need to get you yours because I thought...
No, you don't have to get me one.
I had a thought about you in the shower,
Like you normally do.
and I'm going to check... Hold on just 1 second.
Some shower thoughts of your co-host. No, I get it. I get it.
Fuck, dude.
I sure hope you...
Your birthday is the...
Not the 16th.
It's the 19th.
Yes.
Okay. Because I always want to
You
say
always
the 16th.
want to say the 16th. No, I know.
I always think of the 16th.
You're predictable. I will not be able to go to sleep tonight. I have class at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Jesus.
That's all right.
I can't remember the last time I got up at 8:30. Oh, wait, I do. It was this past weekend.
What'd
It's
you do that-
weird.
What'd you do that for?
Well,
That was a segment.
it was, but I still had to do a rundown of what we talked on the show. So we'll run it back. Let's just pretend like that didn't happen. So I'm gonna run through. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna run through everything we're gonna talk about, and then you're gonna say, I'm gonna be up all night again, and then we'll do this, and then it'll be perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So today we've got some stuff to go over. Apparently, I don't even know much about this, but Gavin has a viral Twitter account personality thing. I don't even know it's a personality. Viral Twitter page that's getting indicted.
I did
In some
everything
sort of way?
right, and they indicted me.
Indict the motherfucker. And then we're going to be talking about Honorable Judge Ginger Gooch. And the...
I did everything right and they indicted me.
the now viral Minnesota Timberwolves Brazil Twitter account that loves furries and vor.
Some would say.
And also...
We claim him. But
claim
not
his
for that,
shit.
Not for that tweet.
No, we claim his shit. Like, we copyright it. We're like, that's our shit.
Yeah, like that's like that. You made that video. You edited
Yes, I made it.
Yeah.
Oh, I filmed
that.
it.
He was in Blender.
I filmed it.
He filmed it in Blender.
I filmed that dog sucking down that little cheetah.
Yeah. As everybody does.
We
That's
also
what
have
happens whenever you win a game. You gotta do something crazy like that. Whatever puts them on the map. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Stop the Timberwolves hate, guys.
Yeah. We also have a next door drama, courtesy of I'm establishing. I haven't officially given him this title. I haven't told you to officially give him this title, but it's what I'm claiming him as. It's from our next door correspondent.
Yeah.
Gavin's dad.
Yeah.
He is our official next door correspondent. He has sent over many, many good articles, and he has sent over another good one.
Many honorable gooches.
Many honorable ginger gooches. Does her
God,
hair?
that makes it so much worse, man.
Her name match the drapes?
drapes?
Somebody tweeted that, so I can't take credit for it.
That's fine.
But this next door drama is about aliens, and then what you're listening to, back to the old stuff. No more Halloween crap. But
Now you can start recommending the
Thanksgiving music. Yeah, like Charlie Brown's Big Turkey.
And the pumpkin race. And
The
the Thanksgiving
Smurfs pumpkin race movie.
The
Planes, Trains, and
Thanksgiving-
Automobiles soundtrack.
The roast beast
yeah,
movie song.
the roast beef movie.
They should make a movie of the Grinch hunting a roast beast and taking it and then carving it.
Did you know that there's
Actually a roast beast?
there's other Grinch cartoon movies that are like him and other holidays or some shit?
What?
Fuck, I saw this. God damn it.
What other holidays are there? Like St. Patrick's Day because he's green.
Oh, I'm never going to be able to
The
find
green?
this in time for it to be funny.
Let me look it up real quick.
I'm looking up the Grinch movies in order.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I want to see. There's like.
It's not a Grinch movie. It might just be a Grinch cartoon.
Fuck.
Grinch cartoon
Yeah,
series.
maybe you're right.
Might be a series.
Cartoons. Oh, where did I find this originally?
This is really dangerous, by the way. I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper with a white sweatshirt on
Be
for the
careful.
audio listeners.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to this real quick. I'm sorry, but I have to find this. Oh, man. They're just giving me poor shit.
You may have been lied to.
Character description.
I think you were lied to. I think you got by some AI or something.
Oh, here we go. Halloween is Grinch Night is a 1977 children's animated Halloween television special.
Click on it.
But there's like other ones too. No, that's not another one.
Does a Grinch
Yeah.
steal Halloween in that one?
Let's find out. Plot. In Whoville, each Halloween, a sour, sweet wind blows it and... What? A sour, sweet wind blows and a chain of events causes the Gree Grumps and Hacken Cracks to arouse the Grinch into descending
Holy
to
shit.
Whoville in his paraphernalia wagon.
What?
And wreaking havoc in the town on Grinch Night. Is that like Crystal Knot?
Jesus.
I'm sorry, that's not a funny joke. And all of, but maybe, I don't know. I'm just wondering. It's not
Dr.
a real. I'm
Seuss was
just
trying
questioning.
to, show everybody the true
Well,
meaning of
and-
Crystal Knocked.
If you don't know anything
Don't.
about Dr.
You might have to cut that one. That was bad.
That's fine. Well, no, it's fine because as everybody knows, legitimately, Dr. Seuss was the absolutely terrible person. And like, no, seriously, he was.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's why there's so much uproar about like, oh, now we can't read Dr. Seuss books anymore
Oh,
because
right,
he
okay,
was
I
like
forgot about
actually
that. Yeah, he
making
was actually a-
racist depictions,
Yeah.
but also, I don't know if he was anti-Semitic.
But he might be a
I think he was.
sympathizer.
I think like the Lorax or something
Yeah,
is
fuck
like
that guy.
is like anti-Semitic or one of the books. I don't know.
Yeah, one of those guys.
allegedly.
One of those fucking.
But he also, while his wife was dying of cancer, he left her for
yeah.
his mistress.
Yeah.
And then
I
I
do
think
know
his
that,
wife
yeah.
killed herself.
Well, she died.
No, I think she killed herself.
Oh, really?
While she was dying of cancer.
As any good
As any good person
would
should. What does that mean? This
don't
episode's off to a weird start. All of Whoville dreads the smell of the wind as an omen. And everyone
No, you're good.
retreats
You don't have to. No,
to their home
Halloween's
as
over,
the
man.
Whoville
Halloween's
village
over.
Wait, but listen to this. This should some parallels to our own world. And everyone retreats to their home as the whole village goes into lockdown. Oh, what did Biden come in? Oh, Biden.
COVID lockdown.
Biden came into Whoville. Here he comes again. Holy shit! What
I did
name is
everything
this?
right and they indicted me.
Euchariah, a young who with astigmatism goes out to the euphemism and blows away. What does any of this mean? I feel like I'm blasted high right now. An outhouse is called a euphemism? And blows away. What does that mean? Did he go out to an outhouse and blast off?
Carson, we got to get back on track, man.
he runs into the Grinch as he is picking brickles out of his fur, the result of a failed attempt to hunt down the last Wuzzy Woozoo. After giving Euchariah a brief spook, the Grinch decides the young boy is too small to waste time on and resume his trek to Whoville. Euchariah decides that he must stall the Grinch in order to save Whoville. Catching up to the Grinch's wagon, the irritated Grinch decides paraphernalia wagon, where he's got drugs and
bongs and
pills to make you hard.
Yeah, aroused. Pills to make you aroused.
The irritated Grinch gives Euchariah. I think I'm saying that right.
Man, we got to get back.
Hold on. No, this is getting good. The irritated Grinch decides to give Euchariah the Spooks tour. You remember when Alice Cooper had the Spooks tour in 1979? And Euchariah is drawn into a surreal nightmare with spooks and monsters in all directions. So he gave him like acid or something in the paraphernalia wagon. Euchariah endures the spooks.
He had sheets and sheets of that stuff in there.
Here's one tab.
One tab for me.
Have you ever seen that video of the girl with the dreads? A little bit of acid, a little bit of shrooms.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it was the Grinch. Euchariah endures the spooks just long enough for the sour, sweet wind to die down.
You cannot say that.
Forcing the Grinch to abandon the trek and return home. His dog
he abandoned
Max,
his drug paraphernalia cart.
This part's pretty good too. His dog Max, visibly depressed and nostalgic through the special, refuses to return with the Grinch and follows Euchariah home, where he is greeted as the hero. The Grinch laments that he will miss the Grinch night ball. What? But finds solace in that wind will be coming back someday.
Is this a prequel or a sequel?
Coming back someday, and then ends this promise with a sinister laugh. Wow, this is a tragic ending to this. It's not like the Grinch,
this is definitely the sequel.
This
is after the Christmas one because Whoville knows
20 years after.
Yeah.
20 years after.
So
so they're just like, fuck this guy. He's a piece of shit during Halloween, but during Christmas he
can cut the roast beef. I don't care. Yeah, so
well, it's interesting because we're gonna dive into the Grinchiverse real quick. Because it's interesting because
Warner Brothers is probably trying to trying to get on that.
They were able to get us
the Lorax and the Grinch.
No,
Tyler the Creator.
Warner Brothers were able to get us Jeff Bridges to interview himself on our show.
Oh, that's true.
We kind of have to. We kind of have to.
Yeah.
Give them.
I forgot about that.
Give them a little under the table.
I forgot it was Warner Brothers. I thought it was Paramount.
It was the Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it wasn't
not
Warner
Brothers.
It's not Warner Bros.
The Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Fred and Chris Turner.
Fred and Chris brother.
Turner.
No, their last name's brother. War and Ner brother.
No, they're both named Warren.
So in the Grinchverse,
Warner brother. They're Warner. They're
in the Grinchverse. It's interesting because in the Grinchiverse, the expanded Grinchiverse, it's known that this town is all about Christmas, and he was banished because he hates Christmas.
Yeah.
They never talk about how he hates Halloween.
I don't think in this one he hates Halloween. It's just that he got woken up by a horrible, awful stench. He got aroused.
I really love that they have Grinch night.
They said this is the fuck you night to this guy.
This is fucking Grinch night.
Well,
this is when he comes
that's not the fucking Grinch night. That's Christmas.
I want to take the joke further, but I really can't. Fucking woke media.
Warner Brothers are going to be on our ass.
The Grinches, what? The Grinches, the Cat in the Hat? What is this?
Oh man!
The Grinch wakes up in a good mood one morning until his reflection in the mirror. Dude, this is so interesting to me. Well,
can we dive into this in a future episode? I think we got to set up the timeline here.
I think we should, but really quickly, can we? Do you mind if we listen to the hit track off of the?
As long as it has something to do with Thanksgiving, man, I don't care.
It does. Here's the most popular, the most notable hit song off of the Grinch Halloween movie. This is the track. This is a track titled "Spooks Tour" This is the Spooks Tour song. Oh, that's an ad for eBay Motors. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. This is Spooks Tour.
I feel like I'm starting up like a Nintendo game. It's a Batman. It's Batman.
It's not bad at all.
You ever listen? Have you ever watched the Batman animated series from the '90s? Won a couple Oscars.
No, but I did hear all this the Spooks Tour soundtrack.
Cool.
Anyways,
So we'll have to get back to that around Christmas time.
I
We'll
apologize for delving so
Well,
deeply.
we
into
gave you a
that.
little sneak peek into the Grinchverse.
We gave you a little Spooks Tour of
Yeah.
our own.
Yep.
We can say that.
We can say Spooks Tour.
If Dr. Seuss could say it, we can say it.
Well,
That's kind of my motto.
really.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say you could look across my whole entire life and see that that's what I've stuck
There's
to.
a ton of parallels between you and Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I left my wife when she got cancer.
Cancer. Who
for-
wouldn't?
For my mistress.
Who wouldn't? The old ball and chain was really dragging
I mean,
me down.
they weren't
during those
fucking,
days.
so,
yeah,
you know.
I get it.
That's another joke from somebody else when they were talking about Dr. Seuss.
So
Man,
you're just
if
full
you're
of
going to
stealing.
keep drinking those, you're going to be up all night.
Man, you're just stealing a whole bunch of jokes. And if I have, I also just grabbed another Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And I'm opening it up for the first time. Yeah, if I have any more of these, I will be up all night. I have class at 8:30 a.m.
Damn, last time I got up at 8:30 was this weekend, actually. It was on Saturday. I remember it vividly.
What'd you get up so early for this weekend?
Oh, dude, I never thought you'd ask. Actually, I got up at 6:30, so the joke doesn't even really make that much sense now that I think about it.
Well,
Actually, I got
mean,
up at 6.
Wow. You were able to do that?
Can we start over? But this time you say I have to get up at 6 instead.
Okay, yeah. Man, if I have any more of these, I'll be up till I'll be up I'll be up so late, and I have class at 6 a.m.
Oh, you just have to get up. You get to get up.
Oh,
for
I have
class.
to get up for class at 6 a.m.
Oh man, last time I got up at 6 a.m. was actually just Saturday. I actually had to get up so early.
Oh, really? What'd you do this weekend?
Oh shit. Well, actually, I was at the Reset Thrift and Heat event. You guys might have heard me talk about it. I was vending. I was a vendor there. Shout out to my boy Ethan alongside him.
They said he was a vendor.
They said he was a vendor.
Yeah, I see your flag or whatever that is.
Yeah, my banner that I wasn't able to fly because there wasn't enough room for it. No big deal. There just wasn't enough room. He's talking about I have a Clothing of the Arts banner. So I vended there selling vintage clothes. If you didn't hear me talk about
Why
it,
don't you put down your wall over here so you got it in the
Up.
camera?
I guess I could. It's not a
Be
bad
really
idea.
obnoxious about it.
Be really obnoxious about it. So I vended there. It was a smashing success.
Smashing.
It was
That was Wild Thornberries.
never seen it. Much better than I could have ever expected.
I'm a real 90s kid then.
Well, yeah, you are almost a year older than I am.
6 months. That's almost a year.
In my book.
So you were vending.
Yeah, I was vending there. It was a smashing success.
Smashing.
I didn't know what to expect, but it completely blew me away. There was so many people that came to shop. They had an early bird ticket and then the regular general admission. And early bird was only an hour before, and I heard that they had sold like over 400 tickets just for early bird.
Wow.
And like, a couple thousand or whatever for just the regular admission. And it was just like the whole day
Constant
nonstop.
people?
Like I had no chance to sit or eat or do anything. I was just up on my feet, talking to people.
That's
and-
awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I got to meet a lot of new people and see some old friends I hadn't seen in a while. Your brother and his girlfriend stopped by and
Yeah,
said,
he
what's up?
got a good St. Louis College of Pharmacy shirt.
Yeah, he did. Did he give that to you already? I wasn't sure if he was saving that or
I
not.
think that might be for him.
Oh, yeah? He said
did.
he was going to give it to you.
Oh, he did not. He pulled it out. He
interesting.
might be washing it or something first, and then he'll give
Maybe
it to
he's waiting for your birthday
me. Yeah, that too.
on the 16th.
On the 16th. Yep.
So yeah, it was amazing. Made quite a bit of money. Won't get into the details of that, but it went really well for me, and I think everybody else too. I don't know if anybody knew what to expect, and it completely blew our expectations away. So shout out to all the guys at
Shit,
Reset for getting that set up and going through months of
planning.
promo and all of that.
Yeah, I was getting a shitload of ads on Facebook and
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah,
so
which
they covered the ad space.
billboard. They had people like passing out flyers, hanging them up and stuff like that. And I talked to
Yeah, weren't there
Bruce.
guys post like outside on the loop doing it? Or was that a different thing? That was a
Maybe
different thing.
it could have been. I know they had people going around like hanging up posters and stuff. But Bruce, the owner, founder of Reset, who I'm good friends with, I talked to him like kind of throughout the day and just kind of,
There's a video of
read
him
his
way
mind about
down. Way down. If you scroll past all of our
interview with him.
we the
for a
Carson
school
did an
project.
yeah, did an interview with him.
But
For
yeah,
marketing or
he's-
something. No, I was kidding. I don't know. Just fucking with you.
It was for video production class in
Oh,
college.
even better.
But yeah, I just talked to him throughout the day, and he seemed very happy. And he was
Lively.
mostly concerned with like vendors, like, "Are you guys happy? Are you get everything going good?" And we were like, "Yeah, this is fucking awesome." So it was just great and good to see everybody.
I can
there.
see that you did kind of got a good chunk taken out of your.
Yeah,
It's not very full anymore.
I know. I took a couple of shelves away so I could have some more milk cartons free that I was using for shelves.
Yeah.
But yeah, sold quite a bit. Sold some good stuff.
Good chunk of change.
Yeah. But yeah, just went awesome. Didn't even have time to buy anything.
Got an exchange.
Got an exchange for an expensive shirt, which was good. But yeah, just went awesome. It was good. It was a good time. But then Saturday night, Gavin, we had a little Five Nights at Freddy viewing party to watch the new Five Nights at Freddy movie. And boy, oh boy, what a
Stinker.
film. You had already seen it on Thursday.
I saw it on Thursday.
No
and
spoilers were given to us. You didn't even tell us your opinion. Also, we didn't ask.
So I wasn't.
We didn't want to fucking know.
Wasn't gonna do that.
But you were a few times. You're like, oh,
I'm like, you guys are gonna want to pay attention to this part.
yeah. A few times. Not really, though. You would just, like, if something... Yeah, if we were, like, talking during a part that you wanted us to see.
Especially the Matt Pat part.
Yeah, that... Which I think I walked away during that.
And I'm like, Carson, you gotta get over here. You gotta
I don't
watch
even
this.
know
Look who's coming.
who Matt Pat is, to be honest. I know he's Game Theory, right?
Yeah, he's game theory.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't even know what that is, though. I just know
Yeah.
that's a YouTube channel. But yeah,
It was a period. It was a good period of time.
It was a good period.
Yeah.
What started off the night is I had Gavin go pick up some pizzas that I purchased because that's what you got to do when you watch the movie.
And I was actually awfully hungover.
Yeah, you were.
I went to a Halloween party the night before.
Which I don't even know if you said on the show that you're not drinking during the school year.
I don't know if I
Might
did or
have.
not, but
You might have.
Might have.
Didn't hold up that end of the bargain. That didn't last very long.
I also had drink before that too, but not like all. It
So
wasn't.
you just wanted to say it for fun.
Well, no, it's just like just so that people know that I'm not trying to go out and get fucked up all the time.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you're also in college, so it's not like anybody's like
No, exactly. But
shame on you.
we had also just gotten a whole bunch of lectures about how awful alcohol is. So I was like, I'm good. And then the next day,
What a bunch of bullshit.
and then the next day I drank a whole lot, and then vomited, and then was driving the next day. It was great.
Driving drunk.
Yeah, driving drunk. Yeah. No, I did not do that.
But you came in and somehow you and I both had the same joke from different perspectives. Because you were like, now you guys get to know what it's like to fuck the pizza guy.
Oh
And
yeah.
as you were saying that, I was also saying, I don't have any money to pay for it.
Oh, like,
and then you
alright.
said that joke. And then I was like, damn it, you were saying what I was going to say. Because I was going to be like, oh, actually, I don't have any money to pay for it. Is there anything
I was
else
like,
I
all
can
right, who's
do?"
gonna fuck the pizza guy?
And we did.
In more
We won't
ways
talk
than
about
one.
that, though.
But yeah, I think watching it at your house was.
You said it was different.
It was different because it was much smaller, obviously.
Well, okay.
No, but like, what? You don't have a
Shit,
home theater?
alright.
Oh,
Fine, I'll go to hell.
yeah. Fuck you.
I don't have.
Fuck you.
You're right. I don't have people.
You got no talent.
I don't have people crouching around doing turtle walk through the theater to give me my
No, you don't have that.
chicken sandwich
Yeah,
or whatever.
No, you don't.
And getting our orders way later than we ordered them. Bringing out my popcorn 3/4 of the way into a 3-hour-long movie for some reason.
Meanwhile, my friend got like 3 refills of his popcorn. It was a smaller theater. It was literally
Yeah.
like the smallest theater the Alamo had that we watched it in. But
Probably wasn't very busy
but yeah,
either.
watching it at the Alamo was I actually it evoked more of an emotional response to me because it was more like, oh, this is kind of sick, like seeing these on screen. Because we play these games, like we I think we said on Saturday we went back and looked at our iCloud purchase history.
Mm-hmm.
We bought it in like 2014, 2012. I think it was
Yeah.
2012 or something like that.
So you guys had actually played.
We
I had
actually
never played.
legitimately played both 1 and 2
Yeah.
at least.
I had never ever played the game.
Yeah, so like we played that a lot on our iPads. Whenever I tell people that, I'm like, I got an iPad when I was 12, so
Yeah.
like we've been watching it. We've been watching Five Nights at Freddy's and content
Yeah.
related to it.
And I
adjacent.
I had maybe seen like short clips
And
of people playing it.
I
and that's
watched
it.
I watched Oni Plays, which is one of my favorite channels now.
Okay.
Which has the guy the nasally guy from
this
Smiling
guy?
Friends. Yeah.
Okay.
They have him. He wasn't playing Five Nights at Freddy's, but the rest of the gang was playing it, and they said that it's basically a zeitgeist of like our generation.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
it's something that's just like
For sure.
that it's something that exists, and we all know about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
whether you
everybody,
played it
but
or
nobody
not.
ever like explicitly goes out of their way to like show that they like it.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
especially people there's the people that do, but there's also like majority people don't do that.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Especially.
But yeah, and there's been a TikTok trend of like, especially because Fortnite is also bringing back season 1 map allegedly on November
When's the
3rd.
Fortnite movie?
I don't know, but they're bringing back the original map, so there's a lot of people posting like, who's playing the game and it's who they look like today, and like who's actually playing the game and it's like them whenever they first started playing Fortnite, or
Okay.
who's watching the Fortnite movie, or who's watching the FNAF movie, Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and then who's actually watching it, and it's like them dressed up as like like Freddy or something like that whenever they were like a kid.
Yeah.
So like, just stuff like that. It's kind of like
Yeah. It's nostalgia.
Just nostalgia.
It's nostalgia for us. Like, you know.
already.
Yeah. How
for
right.
20
We're just
20
getting it
somethings.
way earlier than we thought we would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's been happening to people for a long time. People going to go see like the Sonic movie or
Yeah.
even stuff back further than that.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
Star
movies,
Wars.
Star Wars.
But-
So yeah, I mean it makes sense. But yeah, I never played the game, never watched anybody play it. Obviously knew about it. Like
Yeah.
you said, everybody just knows about it. But I didn't know what to expect. And a quick overview before we delve into like some specifics on it is that I think the mistake I made that I thought about later is that I didn't factor in that it's a PG-13 movie and not an R movie. So I went into it, and especially the trailers really make you think this, so I kind of blame the trailers. I went into it thinking it would be actually like a scary movie, like a horror scary movie. Not that it would like actually be scary or whatever, because who gives a fuck? That comes down to like personal whatever. But I expected it to be a horror movie, and it was not.
No.
It had it was like a not even like barely an action movie, kind of an action movie.
It's
More of a thriller with like a love story, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, I guess.
And like horror elements.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't a very
I made the
deep
mistake.
movie.
Yeah, I made the mistake of being like, this is gonna be a horror movie and gory.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be gory.
I knew it was going to be goofy no matter what.
I
I went in knowing that it was going to be goofy as hell. I was
didn't.
like, this is going to be a goofy ass movie. I'm here to have fun.
I was there to have fun, but I was like, I want it to be like it was a serious movie, but I want it to be a horror movie, and that would still be fun.
Yeah.
But what it ended up being, like I said, was that
It actually
weird
did end up
thriller.
being 5 nights though.
It did. I think it was 6.
No, like me and Spencer were counting it. It was like 5. Then he went.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was one more night. But anyways, it was just it started out fine. They kind of, they have to set up some
Yeah, they
sort of
have to do-
storyline.
yeah.
Spoilers, by the way. Not that
It's
I
on
would ever
Peacock,
fucking
but
remember.
I guess it had a record-breaking weekend.
Yeah,
from
which
what
is
I
great.
understand.
Good for them.
Most ever made on like Halloween weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween weekend.
But yeah, they started out with this story where you find out that it's like,
A guy struggling to pay the bills.
yeah, and he has to look after his sister because
Yeah.
the parents are dead, right?
Yeah, one of them died from cancer, and one of them killed themselves because of it.
Right, that's what it was.
Also, yeah. Anyway, on
Yeah.
another note, Josh Hutcherson. That's who it was, right?
Yeah.
he's also just he's just also short, and they like.
Yeah,
they
he's believable.
Yeah, exactly. It works as but that was just like a thing that they did really well, is they made him actually look like an adult.
Yeah, like a young adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie started out fine, like what I expected it to be. And then I think it was when the cop was introduced,
Vanessa,
who
is canon, by the way. That's not a character made up for the movie.
Right, we did figure that out.
We did figure that out.
Which is when shit started to get like
Goofy.
stupid.
Yeah.
And goofy in a way that's like, oh man, this is just like cringy and not good at all.
I don't think it was cringy. It was just kind of like she was overly dramatic.
I don't even think there's anything wrong with what she was doing.
No. I mean, like, it was just like the script, obviously. Like, what was handed to them was like, they just were, this was it. It was just stupid. It was goofy.
Yeah.
You know?
I just think.
Goofy ass reasons.
Yeah. I think just the storyline of her was just weird. And not necessarily that led to cringy moments, but like after that there was cringe stuff that happened. The first one being the night that it might have been this, because were we introduced to her
second night?
The second night, but then the third night is when his sister spent the night.
Or the fourth night.
I think it was the third. And as I don't even really remember what happened, but somehow there was some sort of verbal scuffle between the cop and him.
Yeah, they were in
leaving.
like the back rooms looking for they were in the back rooms looking for tablecloths to build the fort. That was whenever Goofy.
Right. So they'd already so we got to back up further then, because the sister befriends the animatronics.
Yeah. And she's been seeing visions of them for a while.
Prior. But then when she shows up, she's like, because that's why she wants to go there. Is because they're there. Because the kids' souls are trapped in the animatronic's body, which I didn't know.
I'm not sure the actual story in the games is that like there are children's bodies actually in there.
In it, yeah.
And I don't think they wanted to show children's bodies actually in them.
But so, yeah, she befriends them. And then there's like a whole like
suspenseful, like, oh my God, they're attacking her moment.
Yeah, that might have been a thing I didn't see. And then they're like, they're friends, and then it gets explained, and then there's like a whole, like, as I explained it to my brother,
montage.
There's like a music video montage where they're like
building
friends with the animatronics and building forts
with like, chairs and tables from the restaurant.
And it like completely takes this movie from being this like horror thriller to
serious kind of tonality to the movie, to this like
goofy,
just
we're
stupid.
All friends having like, it's just like
it's just like the old days. We were all having fun back in the 80s.
Like a buddy comedy thing where they're just like, oh, we're going to build a fort and have fun. And that was the weirdest thing ever. That was so bizarre. I remember just sitting there and I was just like, oh man, what the fuck is happening right now? And then
Bonnie falls back on his back.
I don't even remember that.
Where they're like, oh, how are you gonna get down from there? And he just falls down. They're like, are you okay?
I don't remember that at all.
Oh really? It's the dumbest clip.
Anyway. But that happens, and then somehow
they get into a verbal scuffle looking for the stuff. And then they leave.
And then
she's like talking to Mike.
Sure. The guy. Josh's character. Josh Hutcherson. We're friend of the show, Josh Hutcherson. Friend of the show, PETA from Hunger Games. They're talking outside. And again, I don't remember what was said leading up to it, because what mattered the most was what was said next, where she was like, if I see you and your sister here.
No, it's like, if you bring your sister here again, I will shoot.
No, I think she says, if I see you and your sister. I think it's both.
I thought it was like, if you bring your sister here again, I will shoot you.
Yeah. But she says, I'll shoot you.
Yeah.
Talking to a cop who, like, they were just friends.
Yeah.
To now she's going to shoot him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, because later on, if you find out that, like, oh, she's on their, or she, like, was on their side, but then flipped and then But like there wasn't even really like a huge like music build up to her saying that.
No,
It was kind of just like a normal thing.
It was back to like a weird tonal shift of like,
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, but instead it was I'll shoot you.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what? And again, it wasn't like it wasn't.
And then she even says
like
later in the movie, like, "Oh, I was trying to explain it I was trying to warn you in my own way."
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about?
But you're gonna shoot me if I bring my sister back? So that completely just like that whole scene and then that happening flipped everything about the movie.
I was I was laughing a lot in this movie theater.
In the theater?
Yeah.
Was anybody else around you laughing?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
There was every time there was something goofy as hell like that. We were all like,
good,
like kind of like what the.
I'm
hell?
glad nobody was taking it seriously because
No.
I don't know how you could. But then there's just like a bunch of weird shit where like, and it's just like it's movie universe shit, so that it makes sense. But like,
It also,
while she's on duty as a cop, they're like going and like hanging out by a river. And just like sitting, like acting like there's nothing going on.
That was the other thing is that like she was like that's you could be charged with criminal negligence.
Yeah.
And then like it's not addressed that like basically she's cleaning up the crimes at the place.
Right.
That's not addressed directly. Because he doesn't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But he like is like, I'll explain why I left it unlocked, and then like talked about like how his brother got abducted.
Right.
And
right.
it's like, well, like that's not explaining why you left that door open or like why you left it unlocked and people died.
Right.
She was like, there was a break-in at Freddy's last night.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the break. That was like the most.
That was a
gory.
Yeah, that was
scene.
a glorious like. And in the theater, I was like, this is actually like pretty good because it's like.
That's what I would say the best scene was.
Because it was like.
Besides the part where the whole body gets like chopped in half.
Yeah.
And it's like very like fake.
Yeah.
Looking.
That was anyway, but
yeah, but it's just funny that she's like, you never see her do anything else as a cop besides just like hang out.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
she's not actually doing anything.
Yeah, she just hangs
and
out.
Actually, whenever the only time that she could be doing something on duty, which is like at the end of the movie, she like gives him her car to drive to Freddy's.
Oh right,
he drives a cop car there.
I forgot about that.
After she rescued him from there, he drives back, and then she shows up with a gun but no badge, no uniform.
Yeah, and then takes him to like a weird like hospital.
No. That was she rescued him after he like was getting attacked
and took him
to like a police outpost or like police outpost supply stock.
Right.
And she fixes him. Then that's when he lets her. That's when she lets him take her car to Freddy's, and then she shows up again at Freddy's and shoots her dad, who is the guy that told
Freddy,
Golden Bunny.
Yeah, but it's funny now that I'm thinking about it.
She doesn't do any cop stuff.
Yeah, but it's funny that she's like, I took you to a police. What did you say?
Outpost,
like stock supply center.
Yeah,
which is just
supply.
Like a way of saying that we didn't have enough money in the budget to rent a room in a hospital to like have a hospital scene. So we're gonna do it in like this warehouse.
I think it would also
space.
There's that, and then I also think it explains why, like, how they would take down the animatronics.
Right. Yeah. It was like we got to keep it hush hush.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring him to this place and not a hospital.
Yeah. Because then
But yeah, so we found out that Freddy was ACAB.
Yeah.
Freddy's ACAB. He's woke. The other that's kind of, I mean, that's really all about the movie specifically.
Yeah.
That I wanted to talk about. I don't know if there's anything about it.
I thought it.
I just wanted to share more about our experience of watching it.
Yeah.
Because one of the things, I think it was you started it, is saying a line before a character would say it, and it was just Five Nights at Freddy's. It was just the movie title.
Yeah, we were like,
we were expecting the movie title.
That makes it, I guess you got to spend Five Nights at Freddy's.
We kept doing it for like the whole second half of the movie. They're like, have you ever spent Five Nights at Freddy's? And we just kept doing that.
If there's one thing I learned is that you don't want to spend Five Nights at Freddy's.
My favorite one was, I don't remember if I said it or you said it, but like, it was like when he's telling his sister to like, she needs to stay in her room. I was like, you stay in your room and play Five Nights at Freddy's. Like the game is also in universe somehow. Oh, so stupid, but it was so funny. We were crying, laughing every time we would say one.
Yep, I guess that's Five Nights at Freddy's then.
Yeah, well,
Yep, that's Five Nights at Freddy's for you.
Yeah, well, this is night 5, so
Yeah.
that was another. Yeah, this is night 5, so
It is only 4 a.m. The night's not over.
no, it's not over yet. It's only 4. It's not 6 a.m. yet, so we haven't beat it.
Yeah.
So,
Does it still record if I? Okay, yeah.
does it still record?
Was that the bite?
We also watch. We
Oh my god! Oh, I did it!
we watched some
Yeah.
a lore video after just to learn everything about it.
Yeah, that was
That shit goes deep.
Yeah.
Runs
Yeah,
deep.
it's kind of like the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will definitely have a sequel. I know that. It may already be in pre-production. But I don't know if it's going to be a sequel or a prequel sequel. You know, where it's a sequel to the movie, but it's like before. Five
Oh
Nights at
yeah, I guess
Freddy's.
there is.
There is a
stuff
lot
before.
of stuff that happens before.
Right.
But it can definitely get into like comic book type,
Yeah.
like movie type stuff where it's just like not spin-offs per se, but just like just some crazy, you know, oh, they opened a portal to the past and now the old Freddy is coming to haunt the new Freddy place, you know, and they're opened up a new place, and you know, they can go like comic book level of like crazy bullshit.
Sounds like a nightmare.
And like there's like a whole like
Sounds like
potion
Night
thing
5.
that like the owner of Five Nights at Freddy's is trying to make, and
Potion thing.
yeah, Remnant, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were saying that was adrenochrome.
Yeah. Yeah, like that type of stuff. So anyway,
Fuck that. We will have to watch
yeah.
the next one
yeah,
Again.
almost certainly.
for sure. We have
Certainly.
to.
Yeah.
Certainly. But moving on,
I'm Noivus.
Gavin, really quickly, this is another post-Halloween thing. We're doing
Yeah.
like a Halloween debrief.
Yeah.
This was sent to me by my mom, and I wanted to show it to you. I wanted to confront you about it. So this is me confronting you about it.
Oh yeah.
Your mom.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Oh, rest in
There
peace,
you-
Pop
Pop
Smoke. Your mom posted this.
Oh,
on
these were my
Facebook.
autistic days. No, just kidding. That I was dressed up as a.
You never talked about this costume before.
I can break this down for you.
I would love that.
Yeah,
This
so
might me
this
confronting you.
was.
I'm showing her.
I don't think I went to. I don't think maybe I did go trick or treating that year, but I did go to. If you recall, there's a mutual friend that I was friends with in middle school.
Yeah.
I went to his house and we went to his neighborhood and trick or
Okay.
treated. I wore this to Builders Club Halloween night at Hardin.
Okay.
Well, you can bleep that. Bleep that.
Why?
I was at middle school. I said Hardin.
Why does it matter?
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Why would it matter if we said what school we went to?
Anyway,
I don't think it matters.
I went to the Builders Club Halloween movie night, and wore that there.
What is the costume?
I'm a G-man,
What does that mean?
like
I thought it
alien
was
hunter.
Doctor Who.
No, like an alien hunter, like
Is that from something? Is it
no
a character from
well,
a thing?
I guess technically it could have been, but like it's just like an alien thing. It's like
Okay.
like the G-men, the guys in the black suit. It's like
It's like Men in Black.
Yeah,
Yeah,
essentially Men
okay.
in Black. But
That makes more
Yeah.
sense. I thought it was a Doctor Who
no,
Sonic
No.
Screwdriver.
no, that's a Men in Black costume essentially.
Okay.
But I
With
think
the fedora.
with the fedora. Yeah, that was bought fedora. That was like a
yeah.
real fedora. I'm pretty sure.
It looks real,
Yeah, it's a real fedora.
but the
I don't know
G-Man-
where that went, by the way.
the G-Man. That's what we called you in high school.
Yeah, but I mean, it was also like, have you ever read anything about like the Roswell in like 1950s?
No,
Seriously?
I have no idea what you're
Oh,
talking
okay. Well, anyway, whenever they like everybody was seeing aliens around Roswell,
Mm-hmm.
New Mexico. They had sent out like FBI agents to like address, like go into
Okay.
people's houses and like
And they would look
interview
like
them, and they look like that. Yeah.
Would they have the
No, but they would have like sunglasses on and a fedora and a black suit.
sick?
Yeah.
I think everybody wore that back then, though. If we're being honest.
No, yeah, they did, but it was like way creepier because it was like 4 of them or something like that would show up. Yeah, they
Interesting.
all had like no personalities and everything else, but yeah, that's what that is. That's a G-Man costume.
I love it because I never have heard you talk about this costume before.
I had forgotten about it, but every time my mom posts on Facebook, it always comes up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, I did wear that to the Kiwanis Builders Club. That was
Beautiful.
I remember that. I was very fond of that. I don't remember. Don't
Where
remember
is-
who I talked to.
Wonder where that fedora went.
I'm not really wondering where it went, but I'm just curious, like if that was mine or my brother's, because I had a brown one, brown fedora or like a trilby, brown trilby, with a black like ribbon and a feather in it. I'm not kidding.
I believe it.
Me and my brother and my grandpa went to a hat place in St. Louis.
Nice.
Like a hat place meant for that.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it.
I want to get a bowler's hat.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. And I also realized that 4 years ago I got a flashback where I wore a OK Boomer Halloween costume.
Oh yeah? What was it?
I wore like bootcut jeans, and a shirt that says it was a Ford shirt. Ford, like I don't even know what I did with that shirt either. I might have thrown it away or I got put it somewhere. And it was like I got horses in the back or something like that, or all the horses are in the barn. On the back, like a huge logo.
Nice.
And I wore like a golf course hat.
Oh yeah.
And I dressed up as a boomer.
I like it.
Yeah. No one got it,
Sure.
but I was like, this is what boomers
I don't think
wear.
I ever saw that outfit.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up. Anyways, I just had to confront you about that.
Yeah.
What have you been up to this past week?
Yeah, so
Since I
went to
saw
the
you
Halloween
last.
party, FNAF, saw it twice.
Fucking puked.
Passed another class, passed the exam, passed the
Nice.
class with like 86, so feel pretty good about it.
Oh, so this is like the class. That class is over.
Yeah,
You
that
start
was
new
a
one?
2-week class. Yeah, it was literally 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yep, started another one.
Nice.
We're going into hematology, oncology, and immunology. So
Oh, yeah.
like, stuff that's like immune disorders.
Cool. Immune disorders are cool.
Yeah, and I said idea for a No Shave November. I was thinking of like a bit we could do with that eventually.
That could be fun.
Because I think I am doing that with a couple of the pharmacists at my hospital.
I don't think I can do it.
I mean, I've done it before. I
I
just look like shit by my birthday. I actually look. That's why my license looks so bad.
Well, I already shaved today, so
Yeah, I shaved yesterday.
I guess I could start now.
Like that's why I look so bad in my license.
Oh boy, you look like a neckbeard.
Yeah, like that's what it looks
Hey
like.
guys, you want to play FNAF?
Yeah, no, I look more like I hang out at a bar all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Either
Uh,
or.
Then today got a lot done. We got my Apple battery replaced, and this guy came up. So I've been meaning to. I slept through it obviously on Saturday. I was meant to get my battery replaced on Saturday,
Oh,
but I was so hungover. I was like dry heaving whenever it was happening. So I was like, I'm just gonna cancel this. And so then I set it in the calendar for today before class, and never had like a repair experience at Apple, but I was like, okay. I was like looking around and I was trying to make eye contact with like all the Apple employees, but like nobody was looking at me. So I'm just like in this, like, what? I'm wearing this,
yeah.
and like nobody's looking at me. I'm like, I'm pretty fucking obvious. Like, I don't know. And so I was just like, okay. So I just like approached one and I was like, hey,
Tug on their shirt.
tap on the shoulder, like tug on it.
Hey, mister.
Hey. And I'm like, hey, I'm here for my appointment. And they're like, okay, what's your name? And I'm like, McRaven. And they typed in like Nick.
Oh,
Nick
boy.
Raven. Like my name
Nick
was
Raven?
Nick Raven.
All right,
And I
Nick.
was like, no, MC Raven like the bird. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I got
Yeah.
it. And then I sit down. They're like, sit over there. And this guy comes up and sits, like my back was turned to him. So he just comes and sits next to me. And he's like, hey, how's it going, Gavin? And I'm like, good. And in my head, I'm like, you gotta say something back to him. How's your day? And he's like, oh, it's going great. He's like, you're here for an Apple replacement or a battery replacement? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, all right, yeah, we can get that done for you. And he's like, oh, but it looks like you have the beta program installed, don't you? And I'm like,
Beta.
yeah. And I'm like, because I'm an Apple fanboy, so I like want
Sure.
the updates as soon as they come out, so I can get on the beat with the writers as they get it,
Right.
the journalists, the tabloids. And so he's like, can you take that beta software program off for me? And I'm like, yeah. And then I start doing it, and then it's like prompting me to like make a new Apple password. I'm like, oh, it's prompting me to make an Apple password. He's like, okay. And I'm like, all right. And so I'm like, I've never had this happen before.
Right.
But then I was like, all right, yeah, I turned off like the developer thing, like, but I still have it installed. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna have to like factory reset that if that's okay. I'm like, Yeah, I mean, I've probably done that a million times at this point.
Right.
I think there was a period of time where I had jailbroken my phone.
Jailbaited it?
Yeah, I had jailbroken it probably like 2 or 3 times, and I had had to factory reset, start from straight scratch. Like Apple, everything got reset on it a couple times, and I've transferred my phone multiple times. Like, it's not a big deal to me.
I guess that's the risk you run.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, it's my fault. I mean, I was just worried they were going to charge me extra because they had to flash like an old version back onto it.
Oh.
I just figured Apple was probably going to find any way to like tug you for a little bit more money. But they ended up just quoting me at the $89.99 for a battery replacement, which is kind of normal.
Good.
Yeah, and then went home, or I actually missed like 30 minutes of class because they're like, oh, I thought it would kind of be like a pretty like 30-minute, 45-minute like turnaround, but it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Damn.
They're like, we'll see you at 1:15, and I'm like 1:15, all right. And then in my head, I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna know what time it is? Because now I don't have my phone.
Right.
So I was like, all right, yep, 1:15, and then I like walked around the mall, and I like kept like, because I took my case with me, so I kept like reaching in my pocket, like looking at my phone, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have my phone. So I like didn't have my phone today for like 2 hours.
Oh shit! What did you do with yourself?
Played the Vox.com crossword. Vox, like the
did you have
political.
your laptop with you?
Yeah, I
or
had my
something?
laptop, and I played it at the library at school. Put my stuff in the classroom. Everybody was walking in, and I'm like, I'll be back in 30 minutes. And then came in at like 1:35.
Nice.
Had to flash back, download the old developer program, and then had to download everything, all the apps again. You know, the whole 9 yards. Yep.
What a nightmare. That's my personal hell.
I mean, it did save all the apps, like it like saved all the data and everything on it. So I didn't have to like log in a million times.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, but it was still like, I have to wait for all this to download before I can use my phone. Yeah.
Terrible. Well, it's over with now.
Yeah, technology nerd
Battery's
stuff,
better
right?
now?
Yeah. Holy
Good.
shit, dude. We're running.
I know.
Well, actually, no. Maybe like 7 minutes of that is like pre-show.
And I think our topics are pretty quick. We're pretty quick. And
then Halloween, how was that for you? Pretty boring.
Yeah, Halloween. Obviously, yesterday as we're recording this, fairly uneventful. Just being on a Tuesday. I mean, like on a Tuesday, the fuck are you gonna do?
Right.
We had already had our big Halloween bash.
Right.
Surprised
the kids weren't going out on the weekend before going trick or treating.
Yeah, it would have been too confusing. People would have been like, "What?
Huh?
No
Who
soliciting.
said that you guys could come out on the 30th?
Yeah, so my parents were out of town, so I was tasked with handing out candy.
He was a man of the house.
Which I don't know why. I mean, I love my parents, but like, I think they bought the candy before they knew they were going to go on a little vacation. But if they bought it after, just don't, you don't have to hand out candy if you're not here.
Yeah.
I don't really want to. Like, I'll do it. I did it, but like, I don't, like, it doesn't,
hand out enough?
It doesn't do anything for me.
Right.
So it was we usually don't have many people
Yeah.
come anymore, you know, since around like
Since you
COVID.
guys like kept handing out like a whole bunch of like tuna packets
And bullets.
Right. Lots of bullets.
And parents did not like that at all.
Fentanyl
so
pills.
with a lot of Fenty. But there hadn't been many coming, so that's kind of what I expected. But there's a surprisingly a lot. It was also very cold last night.
Yeah.
Too
Bitter.
So there was a lot. But Gavin and I were kind of talking about this beforehand. But I think 90% of the people and kids that came to the door did not say trick or treat when I opened the door.
What'd they say? Hello.
This is what would happen. And I think part of it I might be to blame, which I can explain why. I would come to the door, I'd open it, I would say, hey, or I'd be like, Happy Halloween or something. And then there would either be nothing or there would be Happy Halloween, thank you, and then they would leave. And it was like there was only like a few people that actually said trick or treat. It was otherwise just like, or like they wouldn't even look at me. They would just look at their like bag and just like
You're scary. You're a scary motherfucker.
I thought I was like,
get it.
okay, maybe I shouldn't say anything when I open the door and let them say it because maybe their neurons aren't quite firing. So when they hear someone else say something first, they're like,
Wait, that
oh
was
shit!
my
But
turn.
I was supposed to say the
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
But the few times that I didn't, I would just open the door. It'd still be like, and nothing. And I was like, what is happening?
So this is a related tweet that's saying these kids don't stay trick or treat anymore. They just stand at your door and stare at you like this, which is a screen capture from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh, that's what that's from.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
But it must. I mean, that has to be a real tweet because this must be like a new
Wave.
Phenomena that's happening right now. Because they're like literally maybe like one kid said it, I think, and there was like
And then that's when you
40
say,
kids that came in the door.
"Oh man, I remember this one really creepy guy." Anyway,
I do too.
there was
Logan and I were talking about
Yeah,
one.
there was one really creepy guy that like barely opened the door,
Okay.
and he's like, "Go on, tell a joke," and I'm like,
Oof.
"Okay."
Ugh.
Yeah, it was really weird. They
There
handed
was-
out. I think it was a guy that handed out like a toothbrush or some shit like that too. So
Oh,
like,
what the
it was
fuck?
terrible. Yeah.
Weird dentist.
Yeah.
There was one real quick. There was one guy who lived down the street from us, and I told Logan this is what I should have done, because Logan and I both hate like small talk shit, because we're just like I'm just saying stuff to say stuff. Like I don't even give a fuck what this conversation is. That's what small talk is. Just for anybody who doesn't know what small talk might be.
Oh, thanks.
And so I was just like, I don't want to have small talk with kids, because like that's even worse.
You guys cold?
That's literally, I would say that. I would say that to every kid. You guys cold? You guys staying warm? Stay warm. I don't care. Stay warm or don't, you know. But there was
Get
a guy
frostbite.
who
Lick the pole
would dress up as the Grim Reaper
and walk around
every year and walk around killing and like picking up. No, he would hand out candy, but he would literally. Logan reminded me of this part. He had a door and then like a glass door in front of it that was like, like a screen door, but it was just glass. And he would leave that door closed so you could see into his house. And then he would stand like down the hallway of his staircase was here. And then he would stand on the hallway, kind of like how my door is. And he would just stand there. And then you'd walk up to the door and ring the doorbell or knock, and he wouldn't move at all. And then once he knocked, he would walk slowly down the hallway and then open the door. And then he had like gloves on too with like bones. And he would just like slowly hand everybody candy, not say anything. And then he'd walk back and do it again. Even if there was like people walking up, he would still go all the way back down the hallway and do it again. And I was like, that's perfect, because you don't have to say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
You could just be fucking weird. And I remember like for a few years, I was like, I'm not fucking walking up there. I don't care. Because I was like scared. I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got to scare the shit out of some kids. And,
Right.
But yeah, so that made me think about that. But yeah, very weird. There's also like one group of like maybe even like 20 people that came at one time. And it was so weird. They all came up and I was like, made sure I gave candy to everybody. And then they were still all on our porch, just standing there. And I like had the door open and I was like looking around and I'm like, did I miss somebody? Is there more people coming? And then like a few of them were like older and they turned to me and they're like, oh, thank you. And I was like, yeah. And they were still just like standing there talking. And I was like, are they just going to like hang out here? Like, what's going on? And so like I closed
turn
the door.
off the light.
They
close the light.
Close the blinds.
Yeah.
And I closed the door and they were still hanging out there. I don't know for how long, but they were just like standing there. They weren't waiting for anybody. I don't
Taking
know
all
what
the
they were
candy
doing.
away from the kids.
I brought the candy back in. They already had it. They were just hanging out. It was really weird. And they were like, some of them were like my age. And they were just like hanging out. I was like, okay. And then the last
What's the
group,
difference between your age and my age?
well, our age.
Oh, okay.
I just said it weird. The last
Busting your balls.
kids that came were just wearing their like football uniforms, and they were like older, like my age. No, they were older, and they just like came up to the door and like said nothing. They just held their bags open, and then ran away after I closed the door.
I saw
was
one
like,
where
okay.
there was like they're like just had to run to the store because some kid said infinite Minecraft food glitch and stole all the candy.
Bastard.
Which I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, that's
That's
pretty
funny.
clever.
Clever kid.
Yeah.
No kid did that to me. I would have said "fuck you" and spit on the ground.
Throw candy on him as he's
we
walking
had
away.
we had Tootsie Pops too,
Yeah.
so I would have fucking beamed him. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's the Halloween debrief. Okay, so set up this thing, this Twitter thing going on right now.
So okay.
Set it up. Stand up and set it up.
So Carson,
That's me.
Well, actually, this is a Twitter account that's been around for I think around a year-ish now.
Yeah, not too long.
Not too long, but it came on my radar. Obviously, it came on everybody's radar just because it's a Twitter thing. It's like a Twitter,
and it's like always shows up.
always shows up. It's in the Twitter algo now. And Carson doesn't like this account. Carson
At
doesn't
all.
like this. He hates this account. And we talked about it a couple weeks ago, actually.
Yeah,
I think, or a few weeks ago.
months ago maybe.
Yeah. But it was called Crazy Ass Moments in New Metal History.
Right. Because there was an account we really liked called Crazy Ass Moments in American History,
Yeah.
which I still have not checked in on them, but I think they stopped posting.
Yeah.
But their account was awesome. I loved the stuff they would post.
Yeah.
And they just like
That's where you
fell
found
off.
like the dick in his pants, or the pants are getting too close to my balls.
Yeah, yes.
That's where you found it. Yeah.
Found so much good shit from them.
Yeah.
Now well ran dry, I guess.
Yeah.
Ran out of crazy moments. But
There's
anyways.
one that's live tweeting 1971, like as if it was a real year.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're like
I've been following the World War II one. They're at the
Daily.
end of the war.
Yeah.
The war's over now. They're still tweeting. But yeah, I need to follow.
anyway.
that one.
So this is now Crazy Moments in New Metal History, and they tweeted. This was I think yesterday. They tweeted yesterday. This account may enter a period of inactivity as I am being indicted for securities fraud at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Stay tuned for further updates.
Wow, interesting. That's
And then
cryptic.
someone said, this is so new metal in every aspect. And then they said, it really isn't. I'm facing 25 years.
okay.
And then someone said, there was also some comments that were like, crazy ass moments in fictitious brokerage accounts. And he said, I've been advised not to speak on the details of this case at this time. Thank you. So, and then someone tweeted like, what was it? Did the lawyer recommend that you only post the basics to your large Twitter account? As like a reply to the tweet.
Okay.
Which I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah, you're kind of right. That's so like, there's like that sense of like, this may not be actually him, but he might just be doing a bit. Because I had there was a couple people I followed that did bits where they were like pretending to be like a divorced dad for like 2
Sure,
weeks, or
yeah.
they were trying to pretend to be like one of those trad posting
Yeah,
Roman Empire stuff. So the actual case, this is from actual justice.gov. So this is like from the Eastern District of New York, the United States Attorney's Office.
Okay.
4 men indicted for defrauding global financial services company based in Menlo Park, California, over $2 million.
So how did this article come out and find out that it was in connection to this?
The other thing is that it was just a reply that I had found this in.
Okay.
So I assume that since this came out on Tuesday, October 31st, and then Crazy Ass Moments in New Metal History tweeted out, I will be indicted tomorrow at 4 p.m. on October 31st. They were probably didn't have to make a statement, but their lawyer probably was like, this is now public. So
Okay.
if someone asks you about it, like, stay shut. So
Okay.
that was probably like a tweet being like, I'm not going to say shit about it.
I can't even tweet at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And he has posted since. He was posting a lot too. I think he was like hanging out on a Discord last night and shit like that. So anyway,
Okay.
so this case is basically, you know how every financial like online brokerage account is like, we will, give you $500 or $5,000 to spend in your first whatever amount of days or your first weeks before your bank actually gets attached to it or whatever.
Oh, just like, are you talking about like spam accounts that
No,
was
no,
like
no.
comment?
No. This
Okay,
is
say
like
it one more time, sorry.
Robinhood or like Webull.
Oh, yeah. We'll give you.
They
yeah,
give you
yes,
money
yes,
to
yes.
like free money or a balance or an operable amount
Yeah.
that you can work with. That's like $5,000 or less.
Right.
That is not attached to your bank account, but you can just deposit into it.
Yeah. You can use it.
You can use it, or you are allowed to spend up to $5,000.
Yeah.
So basically, what these people were doing was they were pumping up a stock and then selling it and using that same like $5,000 on multiple accounts.
That makes sense.
And buying it and selling it, buying and selling it, buying and selling it at these like insane, off and on, off and on, off and on. And I guess it was masterminded by 4 people. And then they enrolled dozens, quote unquote. That's what this article says, of other people on this. So, not sure if this is actually the case or if this is the actual case or if that's what he was facing, but it's interesting that it was from the Eastern District of New York, and I assume the creator of the account lives in Los Angeles because he also tweeted a picture of the Los Angeles Superior District. He tweeted out this picture of Los Angeles Superior Court. He said, "It's been an honor of a lifetime administrating this account. Thank you for everything. Goodbye."
And when was that?
That was today.
And that was his last tweet?
I don't know. I hate us. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that was his last tweet.
Huh. So we don't know what happened.
Right.
Has there been has he stated that that's...
No, he has not said that that's the case.
Okay.
But I think
just wonder where people are
I think he said later that it was like securities fraud, or he's like, it's not funny doing securities fraud.
Okay.
But
so somehow somebody found
it, and they arrested 4 people originally, and he might have had to testify, or he might have been one of these 4. But it seemed like these were all people from like Eastern Coast, East Coast. So I don't know, but but basically, yeah, these were all like, there was 1 in North Carolina and 3 in New York. So
unfortunately, he's not getting indicted for making bad takes about music that's not new metal, which is what he should be getting indicted for.
So it's basically saying that like using the instant deposits available to the losing accounts. So like they designated certain people to be like, you're losing money on this, and you are going to put all of your money into this stock.
Yeah,
and we're gonna then
just pump it up.
Yeah, just a constant pumping up. And then they selected virtually worthless stock options.
Right.
They did the Wolf of Wall Street type stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I know that because I now watched that movie somewhat recently.
You have?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Somewhat recently, yeah.
But yeah, so that's basically it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see, but I still believe it's a bit.
Yeah.
I still believe it's a bit.
I would love to see if you can find more proof that is his.
And I was trying to dig through like his other accounts, and I was trying to like look up his name, and I'm like, this isn't him, or like I was like, this isn't like any of the names. But this guy, he did like his personal account. He said, "I'd like to take a minute to address some rumors swirling about my impending indictment for securities fraud." But then he never
said anything
about it,
because his lawyer was probably like, "Yo, don't fucking say nothing."
So I'm like looking at his replies and stuff. He replied 9 hours ago, and someone said, "How are you tweeting from the courtroom?"
Huh.
And
weird.
Like, I'm gonna go back to this. Are any of the guys named Kirk? No, none of them are named like Kirk.
Huh.
So like, or Holiday are related. Yeah. So I don't know.
Could be a fake name too. Who knows?
That's what I thought it was. It was maybe just a fake tweet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see.
Let's keep updated on.
Or
that.
he just wanted to retire the account because it's stupid.
Well, and I think if he had Honorable Judge Ginger Gooch, as his judge, maybe shit would have been different.
It's crazy. Look at the hits that this has on our local news station.
Yeah, it's so this. Very briefly go over this because it's just funny and stupid. Local Missouri Supreme Court judge was elected. Honorable Judge Ginger Gooch.
She was appointed.
Yeah, right. Appointed. Judge Ginger Gooch, appointed Missouri Supreme Court.
The Honorable Ginger Gooch.
The Honorable Ginger Gooch, of course. Very honorable.
I'm sure she's got a great record.
I know. I did read up a little bit just to see if there's anything like her brother, butthole
Gooch,
just to see if there's any like more juicy
his brother or her brother Richard Gooch,
Dick Gooch. Her brother
Richard Dick Gooch.
Her brother Pussy Gooch.
Yeah.
Sorry to just use that word. But yeah, it was just funny because I just saw it on my Twitter feed, and I was like, "That's local news. That's Missouri."
Yeah.
And then people were just like,
"Look how many hits. How many hits does it have? Like 5 million now?"
No, not only 7,000.
No. I mean like views.
Oh, views 2.5.
Yeah. There's a ton of quote tweets on it.
Yeah, a lot of people. I can't find. Yeah, somebody said proof. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Yeah. Honorable who? But yeah, it was just funny.
Yeah.
Funny, good name, Ginger Gooch. We love a Gooch. A lot of Gooches out there. There's like a Gooch farm.
Yeah.
Gooch family farm.
You'd be surprised.
But we're glad to know they're local.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ginger Gooch.
We have some local Hitlers too.
Do we really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My grandpa's middle name was Adolf.
Not close enough.
I think I've talked about that on the show before.
Speaking of Adolf.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are playing in Germany.
Are they really?
Yep.
Just playing themselves?
I don't know who they're playing.
Why? What the fuck?
They're playing international.
Is there a want for American football in Germany?
There was in the UK, in England.
Yeah, I guess. We gave them baseball.
Yeah.
So next up is I want to talk about your favorite basketball team.
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Recently, a fan account for Brazil.
Everybody thought that it was the official account from Timberwolves
Right.
Brazil.
Which is never a thing for a sports team.
No.
There's not official foreign accounts. That's
I'm trying to see if
McDonald's and
we beat your favorite team, the Nuggets.
I wonder. But anyway, so they
We
I don't-
did 110-89.
damn it. Whenever they beat somebody, I forgot what team they were playing when they beat
I think it was
them.
it wasn't the Hawks.
The Brazil account tweeted out this video.
It was a Heat.
Which I'll show online right now. It's 1 minute and 7 seconds long.
Do we have to watch all of it?
Of course. It's mostly this. But it's what I would consider like furry and vor. If you don't know what vor is, it's the thought
Fetish.
of eating something whole, like a living person or animal whole.
Or being like giant and then eating someone.
Yeah. So it's like combination of those two things, but it's just like this like up and down motion where he's like eating like a cheetah or something. Oh, but it's also chained to the ground. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did know
part.
that. Yeah, I was gonna.
I didn't notice that. Dude, I fucking hate it. So we'll skip ahead a little. Oh, it's almost over, so we'll just watch the whole thing. Oh, and the noises are terrible. So now he's eating it. Or swallowing it, sorry, not chewing it. And now he's gonna take a seat.
Oh, and you can see it go to his stomach. That was great.
So that's what they wanted to tweet out whenever they beat the Hawks or whoever.
See what
it
they
was.
tweeted. See what they tweeted tonight.
Let's see. It's gonna be
They
a live
tweeted
update.
again?
Yep. Some people dancing. There's a wolf in the background.
Okay, another
I
furry
won't play
stuff. Is it
audio.
furry?
Kinda. This is more like we're at a Halloween party situation. They tweet one yesterday that I missed.
No, they didn't win yesterday. They didn't play yesterday.
They tweet when they lose too, as we'll see by this next post. So they tweeted that, and that went really viral because nobody. I mean, there's people following that account beforehand, but this was like the first time it went like public because people were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then I saw somebody say in the replies that they were like, "No, I've been following the Timberwolves Brazil account for a while. They always tweet out like vor and furry stuff." And I was like, "Really? Like what the fuck?"
So did you find evidence of this?
So I did. I did a little digging.
Grinch? Oh
this
my
one's-
God! Yeah, they do, don't they?
This is when they lost their first game, and there's just I think it's like Japan or China or something, but it's just a person and a big husky
That's a
wolf.
wolf. Yeah.
costume,
Costume.
lifelike wolf costume. And this is kind of all that really happens.
He's
It's just
just
like
laying
it's like a
down.
family video.
Cool.
It's not even like laying like a dog would.
It's laying like a human would.
Yeah, which is weird because it's like very realistic looking. And that's kind of really it. It's not that it's weird, but it's not like crazy. Then the next one is this video, which I don't. They posted this with the tweet.
You might have to blur that.
Translate. The NBA comes back today, damn it. So this is him saying he's getting a boner. Yeah, maybe I won't even show it, but it's a
like a
squishy
stress ball penis.
And it's like smushed down and then it inflates like it's getting erect. And then the next one.
Oh no, there's another one actually?
There is. It's
oh my god.
Let's start it from the beginning.
Oh my god.
I don't even know if I can show this one either.
No, I don't think you can.
It's
wow, I did not know that.
It's a man wearing boxer briefs of a wolf, of course.
And his nose is
the tip of his weenie, and he's making it the nose
breathe
like a sniffing.
Yeah.
And this one says, let's read it here. This is also from the gay Gaston. Oh, I can't translate this one for some reason.
What's it say? Mavs 2 times, Knicks, Maccabi de Casa de Corralho, and then Bulls. 5-0 na temporada para o Timberwolves o Lobo Kier y Lobo.
Be able to translate that?
Yeah.
See if we can translate it real quick.
Yeah, Google Translate.
It probably won't even matter. Whatever. But yeah. So I saw
the investigation
that,
lives,
and I was like, are they like into this, or do they think it's funny? And then I started looking through their replies to like everybody being like, what the fuck is this thing about the original post with the wolf eating the jaguar? Yeah. And I quickly found out that they were like, they know it's funny. They're tweeting this stuff because it's funny, which is good. I was happy to, I mean, whatever, teach their own. But like, I was like, okay, that's even funnier now that they know that it's funny and like weird.
And then the Suns Brazil account, there's a Brazil Suns account, posted a AI generated image of Devin Booker kissing Luka Doncic.
Oh wait, I think
and
you sent that to me.
Then everybody was like, bro, these Brazil accounts gotta fucking go.
Brazil is a interesting place.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find it. I think I did see that. Well, there's that one. I wonder if we'll be able to find it. Maybe this is a different account too. I know what you're talking about though. Who was that?
Because everybody said that Luka Doncic is, or Devin Booker is Luka, or one or the other. I don't know.
I wonder.
But it was definitely a Suns account that tweeted that.
I don't know. We can try and find it another time. But yeah. So God bless the Brazilians in their affinity for the NBA. Anything else you want to say about that, or you want to move into our next door drama segment?
Let's just move into our next door drama segment.
Let's just do it. In case you don't know,
stop the recording.
What?
I'll stop the recording.
I need to do that too. Good reminder. In case you don't know what Next Door Drama is, it's a segment we do every week where we go to the infamous Next Door website, blog posting website for your neighborhood, which is up to a certain mile radius where people can post whatever the hell's going on. There it is. In their neighborhood. I
stopped recording though.
That's fine.
Viva o amor.
You can just send it to me and I'll show it up when we were talking about it. Yeah, where people in your neighborhood post about stuff that's going on, what they're hearing, random thoughts, things they want to sell. They're looking for plumbers and whatnot. But we go on there because it's an interesting website where people are just constantly posting the craziest shit I've ever read. And what we do is we take a blog entry in the comments and we script it out and we do a dramatic reenactment of it. And like I said, our next door correspondent, Gavin's father, is also a frequent goer of Nextdoor and finds us some great little nuggets. On there. And this week comes from him as well, which is titled "Something About This Figure Is Not Right." I will be playing Frederick, who believes we are not alone in this universe. And Gavin will be playing Jason, who's a skeptic. So without saying much else, I'm going to play the Next Door Drama intro song, and we're going to jump right into this little thing.
This week on Next Door Drama.
You're not a roll.
We was outside the other night and looked at the sky and seen something moving around. We decided to take a video of the object. As we were recording the object, it started pulsating. And whatnot. Would anyone know who I should share this footage with?
That was probably my friend's drone.
I have shown the video to a few people. They all say it's nothing they have ever seen.
I have a coworker named Toby or Tobias or something off-putting like that. Anyways, he believes in paranormal things like aliens, ghosts, Loch Ness Monster, and pixies. Heck, this guy even thinks I'm some sort of creature. Can you imagine? Me, an ethereal spirit disguised as a mortal, slinking about and talking to all of my best friends about all of our greatest passions, like which Disney actress is the hottest. Pure absurdity. But yeah, you should check him out. You can probably find him on Facebook.
Thanks, LOL. I know it's not your everyday topic, but something about this figure is not right. I've seen satellites in the sky, and this is nothing like that.
Wow. Thanks, Jason.
His name is Toby or Tobias, something off-putting like that. Just hates names. Hates people's names for some reason.
He thinks about that pretty frequently. It is very stuffy down here.
It's a little stuff.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of stuff down here.
But yeah, this is, yeah, I mean, I think about how someone could be an ethereal spirit, this guy. I'm just thinking about the conversations this guy must have with this guy at work, who, like, this guy probably is like, this Jason fella is probably like, dude, Toby, you're so fucking weird. And he's like, you probably only saying that because you're a pixie.
You're probably a pixie.
You're an ethereal spirit that I don't know about.
Hey, dude, we're trying to have some jokes about what Disney actress is the hottest. So can you go away, dude?
Can you go, please? We're trying to fuck each other.
We're trying to fuck each other right now. Is that cool?
We're trying to rate who would you bang the most out of us.
Out of everyone in the office.
Yeah.
But that was a good one. I liked it. But it doesn't stop there, Gavin, because I have the video. I have the video that Frederick took.
Oh, actually?
He finally posted it. It took him a while.
I was looking for it. I was trying to find it. My dad was trying to show me it, and I'm like, I can't find it.
I have it. And I'm going to show it to you and the audience.
Let's see this
Give
thing.
me 1 second here. I do have to pull it up because I don't have a direct link to it. Fuck you. Go away. Okay, here we go. I'm pulling it up. Here in a second. Nope, that's a different one. Hold on. Might take me a minute because it was in a reply. Hopefully this won't be as annoying as the other one was. Here we go. I turned the volume up too to see if there's anything. I can't remember. Yeah, this is damning evidence, Gavin. This is nothing you have ever seen before.
Let's see it.
I can't get it to go full screen. There we go.
This guy just took a video of the moon.
You've never seen anything like this before.
Or like always breathing. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's definitely just like the North Star.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if he's zooming in on it. I don't know if it's moving.
No, that's like the focus. No, he's definitely moving and it's like trying to focus on it, but like he can't get it to focus. He's so focused on it, man. This is exhilarating footage. I don't think anyone has ever seen this before.
Nobody's ever seen anything like this before. Crazy, right?
What
Like,
did people say to
you've
that?
Never
Did
said.
anybody say? People just laughed.
They were just like,
Howard
okay.
Hughes had the same issue. Nothing in the background to give the movement perspective.
I don't know what that.
Don't know what that is either.
A lot of people talk about MUFON. It's apparently where you can report artificial intelligence and alien life forms.
Artificial intelligence?
Why? Oh, never mind. I don't even know where to begin. Wow, cool. That was probably my friend's drone. Yeah, it's just people. I don't know. Oh, I love this guy. We was outside. It should be we were outside. That's like you. That's like you as a person commenting. That's not how you say that. It's actually we were outside. Not we was. Okay. That's it. That's all I had to share.
Okay. I trimmed this down, by the
pretty-
way, so it's not an hour and 17 minutes.
Pretty damning evidence, though. I can't lie. That's nothing I've ever seen before. But another segment we do, moving quickly on so we can get out of here on this longer episode, it's called What You Listening To. It's where we recommend a song, album, or an artist to each other and to the audience of what we've been listening to the past week. So, Gavin, what are you listening to?
I am listening to the Arctic Monkeys. The Caged Elephant, or I guess just Caged Elephant.
Interesting. History?
Cage the Elephant.
Elephant.
Elephant. Their 2019 album Social Cues, which I had written off as like a
Show me the cover.
sure whatever man.
Okay.
It's like a
Oh,
sure whatever
okay.
man, kind of like what's it called? Just kind of like an album that I was like, yeah, whatever. It came out.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna listen
you wrote
to
it
it.
off.
And I've been playing it in the IV room a lot. Just it came up in the shuffle a lot, I guess, by the YouTube algorithm. And I actually know most of these songs now, actually. But I really like my critical here is that about halfway through the album, Love's the Only Way is like the last good song in this album. The rest is kind of like random, all right, okay, whatever songs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like definitely A side and then a bad B side. It is a horrible, like not awful, but it's just not a good bad. It's not a good B side. It's not one that I want to listen to all the way through every single time. This is very much I will listen to the 8th track and then stop, and it's 13 tracks. So there's 5 other tracks I just don't really care about.
Yeah.
Not because I haven't heard them before, but it's just because like they're just not good and they're not very like what's the word, like captivating as songs. It's just kind of like, I don't know, nowhere near as like catchy as their other stuff earlier in the album. And you can tell where Beck has some influence because he has like the same exact he's on this album for Night Running, which is kind of like a stoner like type of song. It's not very special or anything like that, but it's not one of the worst parts of that A side. But in the Love's the Only Way, the violins and the orchestra in that song sounds exactly like some of Beck's violins and orchestra in his songs. Exactly. There's nothing like it's like he literally just poured it over what he had on like FL Studio or whatever. It was just like, sure, we can move some stuff around.
Yeah.
like some of the same notes even.
I was just because I'm not. I never got.
I think it's like Lonely Tears or something like that. That sounds exactly like that.
I never got into the Cage of the Elephant. I honestly had to just look at their most popular songs to remember them.
Ain't No Rest for the Wicked.
Yeah, and that immediately
Shake Me Down.
That sound. That if you told me that was a Beck song, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense, because it a very Beck sounding.
Night Running.
No,
Love's the Only
Ain't
Way.
No Rest for the Wicked.
Oh yeah,
like that could be. That sounds like a Beck song to me.
I think they're
personally.
I think this honestly might have been a goal of theirs, is to work with Beck too.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to assume so. I don't know how you couldn't be inspired
by Beck at all if you started
with
a band
those songs
since the 2000s at least. So
yeah,
with Loser and
right
where it's at.
Cool.
Yeah.
This week I am listening to the newest song by the band Texas in July. When you get a chance to get the camera, I can't remember if I think I recommended.
Yeah, I think you'd recommend it before.
Yeah, I had recommended. I can't remember. They came out with a song a few months ago called "False Divinity," and that was their first song. I think I did talk about this. I'm kind of remembering now. That was their first song they had released in like
3 years.
No, since let's see, that would have been 9 years.
Oh, okay, yeah,
almost 10
have,
years.
Yeah, you have mentioned that before, yeah.
And it was weird because like I've been a Texas in July fan for like a long time. They're one of the first like metalcore bands I started listening to just because it was like my brother had it downloaded on iTunes, and so I'd always kind of like gone back and revisited them. But it was funny, like one of the more recent times I went back and like actually like went through some of their discog instead of just the stuff that I had been listening to. I like looked them up just to see what the situation was, because I was like, man, it's such a great band, but nobody talks about them. Nobody really knows about them. And then that was like when they were starting to be like, hey, we're going to do a show. We're like doing a little reunion show. And that turns into a few reunion shows. And then like they had become more active again, just out of nowhere after like 9 years. And then they just released this False Divinity song out of nowhere. I think they might have been teasing it. I can't remember. And then I was like, fuck, I hope there's more music. I don't know. And then they dropped this Put to Death song on October 18th. And then they announced that they're releasing a new EP in like a couple weeks. And I was like, that's amazing, because False Divinity was awesome. Put to Death, which is what I'm listening to this week, was fucking amazing.
Right.
Such a good song. Such a like just perfect metalcore sound. Like it doesn't sound like anything has changed negatively since they released stuff in 2014.
9 years ago.
Right. There, it's not like the same, but it's like on par with how good that stuff was.
Right.
So it's super cool. I just hope they because of this now, they start getting the credit that they should be, and the recognition. Unless they're problematic, and I don't know, that I feel like
Brand
that
new.
can happen. Right, exactly. Yeah, because some people.
That's why we wear pants.
That's why I wear pants. Some people don't even know about that for real, or they kind of just don't think about it.
Yeah, I think I sent you a tweet about that. Anyway,
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to. That's what I'm listening to. Let's get out of here. I'm really tired.
Are you, pal?
And I still have to edit this because I got office hours in the morning.
Wahoo! Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 139. Keep watching, keep listening, keep surviving, keep living. Tell us what you think of the show. Keep rating it and telling us what you think about it. Carson.
Tell us what you think about the show.
The vultures are waiting to pick your bones.